Hello everyone, welcome back to the subscribers, thank you. Today I'd like to take you on a tour of my 14 by 22 man cave. That's supposed to have a Western theme. This wall is more like from Gunsmoke. It's supposed to look like the outside of Dodge, with the marshal's office being located maybe through that door, if you can use your imagination, and the outside of the Long Branch Saloon with Miss Kitty entertaining inside. John Wayne's in the room here, but he doesn't really belong in the Gunsmoke theme, but he was in Western movies and was intended to be Marshall Dillon. Did not take the role, so I think it's appropriate. I play my guitar down this end. I can't bother anybody in here. The amplifier is located behind the dynamite box. It's on wheels. I turn it around. The amplifier's in there. Air conditioned, heated. As you swing around, this wall's supposed to look more like you're inside like a log cabin maybe. Built the hearth for the propane-fired wood stove. Everything in the room, handmade. All the pine. Gives it a real warm, natural look. I enjoy it. A 1938 Gilbarco fuel pump that I restored has found its way in here, as it was intended to be outside. But when I was done with the project, I couldn't put it outside, so it found its way in here. And as you swing away, as I said, the room's only 14 by 22, so it's actually hard to get an angled lens in here. Like a coffee bar with a refrigerator, some storage, whiskey barrels. So one day a friend was in here and he said to me, this room's pretty cool. He said, but what you're missing is like a train running around the upper level of the room. So I gave it some thought and said, you know what? Let's do it. So started with a transformer that would belong to my grandfather, who passed in 1965. And I restored that. And that's my power source, and the piece of lumber running up the back there hides the wires going up to the upper level. It's all O scale. A crane that I built from parts. This is old town stuff that I've kit bashed and added to, etc. The tunnel was made from a styrofoam television box, the arches, the tunnel itself. Passenger passing by. At the opposite end of the room is a tin plate shelf, station made from scratch. Mountains in the background made from styrofoam, trees handmade. There's a freight passing through. The diner in the background belonged to my grandfather, was in ill repair, and so I restored that. A good friend gave me that tower in the back. I restored that. Lights have all been restored, wired and working. All the lights on the trains have been installed. This side is kind of like a shadow almost. That's the way I look at it. It's all made out of wood that's stained. It's supposed to look like it's way far out away. Lights on the layout are all operational. And as you see, they just shut off because the train had passed through the tunnel and was gone. It's all 3-rail Switching is done from this end. The 3 center buttons are for uncoupling. And the 2 on the left side, the 2 on the right side are for switching. And there's no lights on this panel to indicate switching. I used the actual Lionel indicators. I hope you can see that because of the light. And you can see as I switch them, they'll change color up there. So this time, and also made the tower so the light switches inside the tower as well, goes from red to green. Again, all Pennsylvania Reading seashore lines ran past my home when I was growing up, so I used Pennsylvania Power, Lionel, Lion Chief, I believe it's called, with remotes that allow me to be down below and operate this fairly easily. The remote looks like this and allows horn, bell.
Dispatcher, are we still clear? Door. Yeah, clear ahead.
Communications as he passes through. Switching tower, the bridge. Well, there you go. There's my man cave and my railroad located up above. Thank you for taking the time to watch.